Now it's connected. It should go live. Okay, so we live now. Welcome back, guys. So I did some troubleshooting. I did not restart my computer. That was plan A, but I decided not to restart it. I made some changes, or should I say I did I did some research on what's going on, and based on my understanding, what's going on is that first of all, you can take a look at my research right here. So right now, I am working on what the J cut and the L cut are actually doing, and what we should do next. So basically, my intentions is to grab the video and go to DaVinci, and then I want to see the J cut, the L cut, and the cutaway in here in my video, right? However, it's not visible at the moment because we're not we didn't implement that process yet, right? We haven't processed it yet. So he says here, he says over here actually at the top. So composition aware OTIO export would be the appropriate next feature. So that's what we need. So right now we're up to this part right here. Composition MP4 playback and quality testing. So the J cut and the L cut occurs here. It's already processed. It's already implemented. It's already in there. However, we cannot edit it. It's not editable. You can't edit. It's just playback and quality testing. Eventually, we're gonna create this OTIO, which is edible, J cuts, L cuts, and cutaway end result. But before we do that, we have to choose where the cutaways are going to occur. So I was given options, right? Candidates, and the candidates are sound setting. So if we look at the video, sound setting is at 28 minutes. And if we look at it, right, 28 minutes right here, this is the sound setting. See, it says system sound. Okay, it says it right here. That's one candidate. The other candidate is Bluetooth. So if we go to 30, go to 30, this is 27, 50, now it's 29. So now it's the sound system. That's another candidate where the cutaway is going to occur. And then we have the Google, which is 38. So if we go to 38, should be around here. Nope, 38 should be around here, right? Give it some time. Let's play.
Absolutely, I hear you loud and clear.
Oh, yeah, I hear you too. Okay, well, this is the Google search. Google results 38. It should be nearby. I think the cutaway already occurred. That's why we can't see it on. This is the composition video. So it already occurred, maybe? Okay, so I definitely don't see what. What is this? Here it is. Yeah. Google results. This is Google results. Okay, so at 38. So let's keep playing it. Go back. Yeah, something is off here that I don't understand. Okay, so this is because I did take a look at it here. We could take a look at it here and actually VS Code. So VS Code, this is the actual preview we're talking about right here. So as you can see, all I did was click it here, and when I click it, it's gonna take me exactly to that clip. This is the Google search result. So these are the three candidates, and then it tells me here, right? It explains to me how it works. So basically, the source and the destination. So this clip over here is gonna be replaced. It's gonna replace this clip. And when it does that for 6 seconds, then it's gonna go back to its original clip, which is also this clip. So in your second screenshot, which is this one over here, which is the sound, right? The sound clip, right? The footage currently visible at 2750, which is a sound clip, will temporarily change to the Google results footage for 6 seconds. Nothing is removed from the source file and its audio will not be used, right? Okay. So temporarily for 6 seconds. So basically, again, if we read here exactly what happened, well, this is what happened. So the source, the Google result footage is copied from that earlier, meaning from here, later section of here, the original untouched video, the full video. We're gonna take this piece. It's gonna be copied, and then it's gonna be the destination is gonna be at 27. That footage, meaning Google, the Google footage, that footage visually replaces what would normally appear at this point, 27, in the composition. So it says here the audio stays unchanged. So the audio at the, again, at the sound clip or section stays unchanged. You continue hearing the original primary audio from the destination section, this section. After 6 seconds, the picture returns to the primary video. All right, so it's something like that. But when we see it in action, it's going to make a lot more sense. All right. So at least we have the concept, more or less. All right. And I'm still lagging 10%. I should have restarted. Okay, so let's go ahead and choose these sections. All right. These are the candidates again. And let's go ahead and give them the approved candidates that we're going to choose. So play each control and audition pair. So then I need to tell him approve one and approve one, approve one and two. Or whichever candidate generally improves the video. I would treat the Google search candidate as unapproved unit until it is visible query is checked carefully. Until it's visible query. Okay, so let's go ahead and choose one and two. And then after we're done doing this, then we're gonna create the OTL. Let me ask him how do I pronounce this. Right. I have to chat. Yeah, right. How do I pronounce this? Well, at least it has. Hopefully, it helps me with my spelling. Learn spelling. No, search with Google. Oh, the lordy. Why would it be red if it doesn't really help me at all? Now I gotta open Google for this. You know, my brain is like on autopilot right now. Yeah, the N, of course I did. How do I pronounce this? Again, guys, this is my second language, even though I've been speaking English for the better part of my life. Though when you speak two languages, things don't really, yeah, excuses, excuses. So how do I pronounce this? Um, well, I already chose it, so but just in case, let's do this right now. You see, since I'm connected to OBS and I have my screen monitor connected to the internet also, Windows, what is it called again? Windows, let me see. Yeah, Windows Connect, I believe it's called. I'm connected to my other laptop, so it's also using my bandwidth. So this is why I this guy is like working really slow, and I think I'm gonna have to restart the computer because of that. Because it's using the network at very high rates. Hmm. Tio. Oh, Tio. Let me see. No. Oh well. We'll figure it out soon enough. These people.
Oshio.
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 I don't know what. It's Chinese or English. It's supposed to be English. Speech recognition software. All right. Yeah, this is taking much longer than usual. Oshio is usually Oshio, O-T-I-O, O-T-I-O, saying each letter individually. Okay, O-T-I-O. That's it. That's exactly how I pronounce it. And he's working a little harder than usual. What does this mean? Stream disconnect before completion. Failed to send WebSocket request. Input output error. An existing connection was forcibly closed by the remote host. So we having connection errors. Huh? All right, guys. So I'm gonna have to reconnect. This is taking longer than usual. I am not agreeing with this slow-mo processing. Power internet. I don't know what's going on with my internet lights. They're not even on. So okay, here he is. He's back. He's back. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, so sound setting cutaway, source, destination. And this is in seconds. Bluetooth setting cutaway. So we chose the Bluetooth. 6 preview path privacy findings for each candidate. Whether each cutaway fits the destination narration, recommend, approve, reject on decisions. Approve or reject decisions. So again, I chose 1, sound settings, and 2. That's what I chose. All right, so okay, both destination remains inside edit. 4, do not overlap and avoid the split edit boundaries. And this was probably the worst video for me to choose because it doesn't show a human, and it's a lot more difficult because you can't make a solid decision because all we're gonna see is like, well, maybe it'll make a difference because the browser window is gonna go from VS Code or from Bluetooth setting to the sound setting, right? Sound setting and then Bluetooth setting, right? So we have to have a key 9 because settings window look alike. So after the plans passes, we perform one final full rendered containing the 3 split edits plus the 2 approved video only cutaways. So let's go ahead and give this to our VS Code, which is our co-pilot, right? And let's do it. Let me go ahead and minimize this a little bit. And let's give them the prompt, the skill prompt, or the long trigger prompt. Let's see what's going on. I don't recall I don't, this is the first time I lagged so much. And after this, I'm definitely gonna restart the computer. Both of them. I have to. Matter of fact, oh no. Yeah, I'll restart. Okay, wait a minute. That was quick. But I'm still thinking about. I'll execute this as a read-only workflow and you ignore request plan artifact. First verify preconditions and source integrities, then create the request JSON with the exact split edits, 2 cutaways, run play only, and validate every constraints from the generated plan. He's gathering the exact request schema for your prior successful composition request and simultaneously rechecking. All right, so I've confirmed preconditions in the baseline schema. All right. Next, I'm pulling one and repo examples of requests. Okay. I now have the exact schema, so I'm creating a fresh timestamp. All right. So now he just ran not TypeScript test, just the regular test. So single lone validation command got interrupted, so I'm switching to a small temporary script under ignore work to run the check reliably and capture completed JSON report. No, not no. A partial script file already exists from the interrupted attempt, so I am removing and recreating it cleanly. So he completed it. A new plan only composition request was created and validated with the exact 3 split and edits and 2 approved cutaways with no track files changed. So the artifact is request composition request and the plan. Let me see this. Cutaway decisions ID. Okay, the plan only run, command executor, npm run compose request, plan only, results and plan, validate results. So split decision count 3 pass, cutaway decision count 2 pass, conical video boundaries unchanged true, approve split mapping unchanged true, cutaway 1%, okay. Video overlaps, audio overlaps, primary, okay. Let me look at the JSON files real quick. Okay, let's keep. And yeah, this is where it happens, of course. And the plan is, coming from here. And if we look at the numbers, we can find it too. All right. The source is 1680. So if we look for 1680 around here, we'll find it, no? Somewhere around here. Control find 1680. There it is. So the cutaway is going to be at 1040. Well, here, yeah, this one, that's the cutaway, and this is where it's located. And here's another one. All right. Request. Let me see the request. Okay, we're ready. And then result plan. Okay, so 3 split edits and 2 cutaways. Okay, great. So let's give him. Let's give my guy over here, ChatGPT, who's running this show. I'm just a spectator, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and see what's gonna be the next move right here. Let me paste this in here. All right, enter. So then he says here, after the plan passes, we'll perform one final full render containing the 3 split edits plus these 2 approved video only cutaways. Okay. Here's the thinking process. Okay, guys, I'm definitely gonna restart. I'm tired of seeing my. Oh no, it's working. All right, stick around. So the plan is fully valid. We can now create the final master containing two J cuts, one L cut, two approved video only cutaways, continuous primary audio, and no B-roll audio. So because the plan only artifact already exists, use another fresh request and output directory. That directory. Yeah, we're creating multiple folders here. They look very familiar too. The output directory, right? Render the final vcode coding J as composition with approved split edits and two cutaways. So do not modify track files, existing requests, plans, renders, manifests. Okay, start from the validated plan only request containing the first cutaway, second cutaway, create a new timestamp, right? Request identical decision. We have the render, the plan, and the quality. Precondition is going to be branch main, get status, retain, ffmpeg, ff probe available, original flow, ignore. We're going to execute without plan only, npm run compose, allow the single renders, validate final plan, validate final mp4, perform bounded visual mapping checks, run and all that good stuff, right? All right, so afterwards, manually review. Let me read this one more time because the plan only already exists. Create a new directory. It was valid. We can now create these over here: two J cuts, L cuts, and cutaways. And then over here he says after manually review this section in the video, right? This is 1900, which is 19 minutes up to 6 seconds, and 21 up to 6 seconds, along with the 3 split transitions. That will be the final beta acceptance. All right, so let's go ahead and give this to my guy over here, my lead code developer. Git Copilot. Wow, total data output is 1 GB. That's how much data is being outputted. 40% lag. I think we're not doing too bad. Okay, so I'm starting with a strict safety check plus baseline fingerprints of existing output so we can prove the new render isolated does not touch our artifacts. Um, I have to maximize. Preconditions are green. So next, cloning the validated requests, timestamps, paths, then I'll launch quickly. Create request files. So now creating the request file, launching the render from it. He's running. He's cre he's creating these J cuts and cutaways right now. This is the cutaway, by the way. So the new request is ready and valid. So I'm starting exactly full compose. So I'm now waiting for it to finish before further checks. Now this, I have to be careful with this part here because he starts to use a lot of my tokens here. Once he notices that it's taking longer than expected, he then goes ahead and start multitasking. He keeps this running in the background, and then he starts doing other things. So that might be a problem. Yeah, it looks like might be lagging a little bit. This is the way I could tell. 14%. So definitely gonna restart it just because I keep thinking twice about all this. The setup usually takes me like 4 minutes once it restarts. So it's not that much time that I'm losing. 81%. Yeah. OTIO. Open timeline IO. Yeah. Oh, this shouldn't take no more than 2 to 3 more minutes. He's gonna set the location, then npm run compose, and it's gonna be request, and then from here, composition request. So now he's gonna go to smart video clipper, compose. All right, request accepted. Composition. Auto approve for this session. Disabled. Am I missing something? Wait a minute. I don't think so. Let me open my terminal. That should be good. I could see what he's doing. I forgot what's the command. Yeah, I think this is it. This one is going to show me what it's doing. CPU working set. And then there's another one that's even better. I think this is the one. Let me see. This is the one that gives me that more information. Get child. It gets the process, selects the objects, and then the test path. But that's the wrong test path. That's the wrong text path. Okay, so it moved. So that means that sooner or later we're gonna get our final answer. Let me give him this. Control Alt Print. Oh, there it is. Okay, so good or bad? Let's see. The single render job is running. Oh yeah, see, and one background terminal. I am now monitoring that same process until completion, and then I run the full MP4 and decode validation suite. Okay, so I'm now, yeah, this is the part where my tokens are gonna get sucked because what he does is he starts to monitor it, and then he starts to apply these commands over and over again when we can just wait until he's done without having to apply these commands. So he says, by checking processes, state and output file growth. without starting any second composed job. So yeah. So it's still active process. The partial file is growing. I'll continue waiting on this same process and move to validation immediately once the final MP4. Okay, so he's validating right now. Let me see what he ran here. Oh, can't see it now. I can't send this to my terminal actually. Let me see. Yeah. He went and set location. He went and got the children, and then he converted it to JSON. The name, the node, the start time, the length, and then he did it one more time here. And this is for composition plan, and this is for final cutaway render. Uh-huh. And he did it again over here, and this is for composition and MP4. All right, let's see. Do I have to give him permission? No. This is for video clipper and composition MP4. Okay, so now he closed it here, silently continue. In the background. It's still increasing, so the job is alive. I am now waiting on the exact process to exit cleanly. Then I'll immediately run the full validation bundle. Okay. And there are some problems. Oh, these are mediocre. These are warnings. This is for MD5. No worries here. Yep. Do you think this has to do? Wow. With my lagging? Restart. You're beginning to taste really good right now. I'm gonna have to do it. 2 spoons. Get rid of you. This is taking longer than usual. Start time. Yes, it's gonna ask me whether I should give him permission to keep going or not because it's taking longer than usual. And I usually say yes. The first time, maybe the second time. The third time, I tend to like think twice, and then I'll give the job to another user agent, such as ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will give me a prompt to give to Git Copilot, so Copilot can then find a solution to the problem. All right, guys, I'm gonna restart because this is taking too long. So I'll talk to you guys in a few.